This was not a random act of violence. It was very much so targeted.
Rosella Caples lives right across the street. She heard the incident.
When I looked out the window, it was just a whole lot of, chaos. Kids was over there. They had to get out and everything. So I noticed all the kids was coming out, but I didn't see SonTia. So when SonTia didn't come out, we thought maybe she might have been with her boyfriend because they supposed to have went out of town.
But SonTia wasn't miles away. She was just steps across the street.
It was just really, really bad. Nothing like that happened in our neighborhood.
Today we'll be in Shipley, Kentucky, a suburb of Louisville, where a manhunt took place for a man who was said to have taken the lives of 2 people. In the early morning hours of July 7, 2025, officers responded to a shooting on the 3200 block of Kingswood Way. Once inside the home, police found 2 women suffering from gunshot wounds, and the other people in the home were unharmed. When loved ones of the alleged suspect got the news of his crime, they spoke out publicly, pleading for him to turn himself in.
A warrant has been issued for Labradford Ward's arrest, and his family says they're not sure about his whereabouts, but they're urging him to surrender to police.
You did the crime, do the time.
We apologize. We are so sorry from deep into our hearts and soul for what happened to their family members.
Police say the 2 women were friends and Labradford was Simmons' boyfriend. The suspect's aunt, Roz Ward, says she knew her nephew had a history of domestic violence, but she didn't know the extent of what was going on in their relationship.
26-year-old SonTia Simmons was a young woman full of life with the biggest and brightest smile. She was not only very creative and talented, but hardworking, putting her best foot forward in all she did. While working at Ford Motor Company, she also created custom clothing on the side, teaching herself how to sew and knit.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go. Every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried.
Beyond that, loved ones described her as a caring person with a beautiful and radiant soul inside and out. As for her personal love life, SonTia was in a relationship with 35-year-old Labradford Ward, with whom she had been with for around 4 years or so. The 2 had a blended family, and SonTia took to his kids and family like her own. Over the course of her relationship with Labradford, like any other couple, the pair had their share of ups and downs. However, there was a difference. The man that proclaimed to love and care for SonTia had a history of DV with her from the very beginning, but not everyone saw that side of the man, who was said to also be a good person and great father. Despite that, sometimes a person can show you their true colors behind closed doors, and that person causing the harm will put on a mask in front of others on the outside. Even though Labradford was well loved by many, his police record showed his darker side. In the early stages of their relationship, on September 7, 2021, Labradford came to SonTia's home, banging on the door, wanting to get access to the home. For reasons unknown, SonTia did not want contact with him and did not want to let him in, so once she did not answer the door, he decided to break out the window on the front door. He then stuck his hand through the window and unlocked the door and went inside the home. Once inside the house, he began to harm SonTia, striking fear at what more he might do. She was able to call 911, authorities arrested him for 4th-degree DV. However, that disturbing situation did not stop SonTia from taking Labradford back. Just 6 months before the arrest, he also was arrested for crimes against his kid's mother. On March 21, 2021, he got into a dispute with his baby mama, where he pepper sprayed her before harming her badly and sending her to the hospital. According to police reports, she had bruises all over her arm, back, head, face, cheeks, and eyes, plus a swollen nose and lacerations and scratches. His crimes seemed to be a pattern that he would not break, and he had multiple other charges, even leading to one of the females getting a protection order that he still violated. The most the system ever gave him was supervised probation and a 5-year suspended sentence. No serious jail time, no matter what he did, and in turn, the man that was headed towards disaster was left to tragically create more heartbreak. Before he committed a crime that he could not come back from, he suffered back-to-back tragedies that he appeared to use as a catalyst to do the unthinkable. On December 12, 2024, his mother, Carla Ward, passed away unexpectedly at the age of 57. Then not even a month later, his sister Amia Ward passed away unexpectedly at the age of 38 on January 9, 2025. Through two difficult losses, SonTia was there front and center for the family she came to love and was supporting Labradford through it all. Despite him not treating her well, she stood strong behind her man, hoping he would work through his issues while helping him with his trauma. However, Labradford decided to make a fatal decision, taking the life of not only SonTia, but her friend too. It was around 1:30 a.m. that Monday morning when officers would respond to a shooting. When they got to the home, police would find two women suffer from gunshot wounds and identify them as SonTia Simmons and Amia Cox. Police said they both succumbed to their injuries at the scene. There were also other people, including children, inside the home at the time of the shooting. Labradford had fled the home, and a warrant went out for his arrest for the gruesome crime. The search for the suspect lasted only 1 week before he was found unalive with a self-inflicted gunshot wound on July 13th in the same graveyard where his mother and sister were buried just months earlier. Two women, two mothers, two daughters, two sisters, gone way too soon. Labradford's harmful behavior was known for many years by SonTia, but she never would have imagined that he would take her life. Both ladies had their whole lives to live and their whole lives ahead of them, and now they're forever young. Their lives mattered, and they should still be here. My thoughts and prayers go out to the children affected by this tragedy and who had to witness something so horrible take place, and to all the many people suffering from this unspeakable crime. Please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.